afternoon, this is Jim Lakey with news and announcements for St. John and Maxville, Kansas on Cable Channel 3 and SandyLandCenter.org, our website. Today's Friday the 13th again, and that always happens when it's March and April. But the weather is better than what we would expect, so that's a good thing and not a disaster. The temperature at noontime here in the square is 63, and it'll be sunny for the next 4 days. The high temperatures will be Friday 72, Saturday 67, Sunday 74, and Monday 77 for the high. Then on Tuesday it'll be partly cloudy and 60, and then Wednesday sunny again with 65 for the high temperature. So I hope the winter's over and the spring has begun. Happy birthday today to Mike Osborne, and on Sunday, happy birthday to Marianne Hyen, Bill Clausing, and Ross Fisher. We hope that you all enjoy your weekends and you have great weather to do it. We have an announcement of a change in the times for the Candidates Night. Now you remember the Candidates Night is the 26th of March, Thursday, and it's for the candidates for City Council and School Board. And it was going to be 7 o'clock for the council and 8 for the school board, but it has been changed. And they're going to try to do all the candidates, both school board and council, starting at 7. And evidently a lot of people called and were not excited about coming out at 8 o'clock. So they're going to start at 7 and try to wind it up. So for Candidates Night is 7 o'clock on the 26th. And I hope everyone will come. Elections have consequences, as they keep saying in Washington, so we have to pay attention. Then all the Wednesday mornings until later is the St. John Hudson Ministers Lenten Breakfast at the First United Methodist Church. And that's at 7 on Wednesdays. And they have a really good time. If you haven't ever been to one, you ought to try it out. Then we have things the Recreation Commission is doing. On Thursday the 19th, they're going to do Spring is in the Air, and they're going to go to the Dutch Kitchen and for lunch, and then they're going to go shopping at Stutzman and Glenn's Bulk Foods. They're leaving at 10:30 and they're back at 3:30, and the charge for transportation is $7. Then on March 26th, Thursday, the lunch bunch is going to Inman Harvest Cafe, where they have traditional German food in Inman, Kansas. So they're leaving at 10 and they're coming back at 2:30, and it's $8 for the transportation charge. And then Tuesday the 31st, the very last day of the month, they're going to go to the Dodge Casino. And you also can go to the Dodge City Shopping Mall. They live at 8 in the morning and come back at 4, and the fee is now $8. So those are the summary of all of the recreation trips left for this month. Now we have a new notice that March 30th through April 4th is Countywide Cleanup Week for Stafford County residents. And it talks about the Stafford County demolition site, and they're going to be open. And there's no e-waste or plastics and no mattresses or box springs. Loads must be sorted. Appliances must have freon removed before they can be disposed of. And there will be a charge for throwing away tires. So you should call 549-3597 with questions, because I'm sure that I would have to call if I were going to try to go out there, because I'm not sure how it all works. 549-3597, and you can call and find out for the Stafford County cleanup at the dump out there. Well, then the City Council still has 3 jobs that are open for a short while more, and they're going to be on March 17th. They're going to close, and one of them is open until it's filled. And one is for the swimming pool manager for the season this summer, and you need to check that out at City Hall. Another is for bids to trim and mow areas that are in violation of the city code. And again, check at City Hall. And then they have a part-time seasonal help for the summer to help with city trimming and mowing and maybe other things. You have to be 17, and that one is open until it's filled. Then we now are at the happy time for the venues. And so we have for today at the VIP Center in Maxville, they're having baked fish fillet and Brussels sprouts. On Monday, chicken noodles and mashed potatoes. On Tuesday, chicken pot pie and broccoli. And beef and beans on Wednesday. While at the Sunflowers, they have tuna rice casserole today. On Monday, they're having chili. On Tuesday, corned beef and cabbage and potatoes O'Brien. That sounds like fun. And on Wednesday, beef stir fry with broccoli, carrots, and bread and butter. And those are all the announcements that we have for you at this time. The word of the day is to admit that you've been wrong is only another way of saying today you're smarter than you were yesterday. And we hope that you'll stay tuned for a broadcast about God's story. So this is Jim Lakey saying have a great weekend. It's going to be beautiful.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
But most of all,
this is the greatest story ever told.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I know you're going to enjoy the incredible journey you're about to embark on. The story is brimming over with tales of mystery, intrigue, adventure, of love, heartbreak, and triumph, of power, of struggle, and finally, of redemption. But remember, the Bible is not 100 ancient, unrelated paintings, but a mural all knitted together to tell the story of God's great love for us and the extent to which He will go to get us back. I know you're really going to enjoy and appreciate this wonderful experience as you fully explore how we all fit into the greatest story ever told, God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I'm Ray Davidson, pastor of First Southern Baptist Church here in St. John on the corner of 2nd and Exchange. We would like to invite you to come and join with us as we look at God's story, the story of God's interaction with man. We'll begin on September the 7th at 9:30 a.m. with a worship service, followed by at 10:30 with Sunday school. This is a study for everyone in the family. All of the children, young people, adults will be studying the same lesson so that we can talk about it at home as we go through the week. We invite you again to come and join us on this 31-week study of God's story and man's story.